given cliff. Representative Cole, Tom Cole of Oklahoma, he is Speaker Boehner's deputy whip, worst job on Capitol Hill, and he joins us now. Tom Cole, I was talking to Eric Wagner, my executive producer today, about this, and he said he remembers seeing LBJ's card of lining up the votes. Did you walk around the floor in the last 48 hours with your card in hand, trying to figure out who would vote here and who would vote there?
We did. Actually, I'm only one of many whips and not the chief whip, but that's essentially the process. Every member has a number of individuals that they're assigned to monitor and work with, try and see where they're going to vote. Members are usually pretty honest when they've got concerns to tell you what they're going to do. And then, you know, obviously there's gentle persuasion involved in this on some occasions.
I want you to push back. Is this a dysfunctional Congress?
No, it's not. Actually, it came to a big deal on the budget in April of 2011. The debt ceiling deal itself was a deal. Neither case was the government shut down or did we default. And frankly, we arrived at another deal on the fiscal cliff. So I will grant you it's a little bit of a perils of Pauline Congress. It gets to the last minute every time. But so far, it's actually gotten the ball across the goal line each time. And the next 90 days are going to be a big test in that regard.
Well, I want to ask you about that, Congressman. Do you plan to refuse to raise our nation's debt ceiling without demanding spending cuts?
Well, there certainly will have to be spending cuts in order to get a debt ceiling deal. That's what happened last time. That's going to have to happen again this time. That's just fiscal reality. And it's one of the reasons why we have a debt ceiling is to force us to confront the fact that we're borrowing so much more than we're spending. So I would anticipate there's going to need to be a quid pro quo there. I voted, by the way, to raise the debt ceiling last time. And, you know, if there's adequate spending cuts, we'd certainly do so again. But absent that, I won't.
Congressman, when you go to a meeting in Oklahoma and you talk about spending cuts, I'm going to suggest the public doesn't care about formulas and adjusting change CPI and the others. Exactly what programs will the Republicans propose to reduce to bring our deficit in?
Well, we've proposed quite a few, and actually, I agree with you. Most people don't know the intricacies of federal finance, but change CPI, gradual raises in age on Social Security, Medicare, means testing for beneficiaries. There's a whole variety of potential tools out there. A lot of them have been discussed with the administration. As a matter of fact, you've seen change CPI mentioned in the negotiations both in 2011, the elusive grand bargain, and of course the fiscal cliff. I suspect it'll make an appearance again. So there's a lot of things we need to do, and you sort of eat the elephant one spoonful at a time, but it needs to get started.
What did you learn in the last number of days that will help you in late February when it heats up again? What's going to be the new strategy for you, the Speaker, and Republican leadership?
Oh, we're in a much better position than we were. Look, the revenue situation with all the Bush tax cuts running out basically gave the president a sword of Damocles hanging over our head. That's gone now. And we got quite a bit for it. We got 85% of the Bush tax cuts for 98% of the American people made permanent. Good deals on cap gains and dividends. Good deal on the estate tax. But that's done. And those were the best bargaining tools that the president had. Now going forward, he's going to have to put revenue on the table. We've got three big events: the sequester, the end of the CR, which is how we fund government, the end of March, and of course the debt ceiling. So you got three triggering events, and there's going to have to be a lot of spending cuts now and entitlement reform.
Tom Cole, thank you so much. He is from Oklahoma. Thank you so much, sir.
Well, let's bring in for comment Bloomberg News' Heidi Prisbilla. She